treasure of El Dorado, and it's brought us here to this tiny island in the middle of the Pacific Ocean.
Let's get a closer look. I hope we're the first ones here.
So hey guys, what's up? So today I'm going to talk about Uncharted, the Drake's Fortune. So this game was released in 2007, yeah. But you know, the fact I'm talking about it now, it's because you might understand. You know, recently Sony launched a remastered edition, you know, made by Bluepoint, and the trilogy of those, you know, this iconic series. So the games were launched, say, all 2007, 2009, 2011, yeah. And now they have a remaster for the PS4, as you might know, and I've been playing them. I've platinum the first one, and it's completely worth it, your time. But I'm going to explain you why. I'm going to make a different video for each game, so I can explain easily why I do love the series and why each game is different from each other. The first game is a unique game because when it launched, it was the most beautiful game I've ever seen, and I was, you know, a kid back then in 2007, yeah. So I picked the game actually outside from my country. I bought it in another country, but I still play it. Why it was fun? You know, first thing you notice is how beautiful the game is. I was saying this earlier, and I can say this again. Presentation is amazing. The characters look amazing, and the set pieces are fantastic. And overall, you know, this game is worth your time. Not just because of that. You have a lot of issues with this. You have first thing, the presentation. Yeah, as I said, it's the third time I'm talking about the same thing. The story is fun. It's really fun. I'm getting to that later. The sound is amazing. The soundtracks are good. The mixing actually is really well done too. The character development, you know, it's you know, associated with the story is fantastic too. Not just in the cutscenes, you know, during the entire game. And say, yeah, the gameplay, yeah, it's maybe one of the best things in the game is gameplay. So I'm going to make an order. So I'm going to start with the presentation. Game looks, I would say this like 10 times if it's easy to say for me. It looks beautiful. Not just the jungle by itself, but the buildings are really good. The only thing I have to say, you know, is that some parts of the game look better than the others, which sometimes, you know, does keep your, you know, because you know, detracts you from the main game. Why? Because some points you have in the mountains, you are you just climbing or, you know, jumping or whatever. Those platform scenes, you do see that the dirt doesn't look as good as the rest of the game. Sometimes, you know, I'm just nitpicking, to be honest, because I have to say something bad about presentation. I should say, but I don't know how to find. I know that's a minor issue, but that doesn't detract you from anything. Game is amazing as it is, you know, and the looks perfect. 7 years, actually 8 years after the launch. Even the PS3 edition looks amazing, so the PS4 edition, especially now at 60 FPS, the aiming is way better now. To be honest, I noticed it, and I'm really happy to be noticed. And I was afraid I couldn't review or at least analyze this game properly because I'm huge emotion towards it, but I can, and I say that still the aiming is way better now. Great job, Bluepoint. Gameplay now is similar between three games. Which is best. I was hoping they put the throwback grenade to the first game. I was really hoping for that. They didn't. I was kind of sad, but I do understand why, because they, you know, destroyed the idea of the entire game. But the gameplay, I would say that the only issue I don't like is the platforming, because it's too or it's too strict or it's too easy. So you're going to die because it's too strict. Or you're going to, you know, it's too easy just to punch the button. You might think I'm actually bad at it. I'm not bad at it. I can say I'm bad at a lot of games. I'm not bad at this game. I've beaten on crashing without, you know, any problem. It's not a hard game. It's actually a very easy game. But I'm actually had a problem with that platforming, which got way better in the second game. You know, in the third game actually really good too. So they got attention to what the fans said back then. So the cover system is simple. It's, for me, it's the best one made, you know, until 2007, because the best following that was Uncharted 2 and 3. So you might think that's a ripoff from Gears of War. The cover, you know, you can see that it was based on that. but I won't say it's a ripoff because they got better. In my opinion, I do like Gears of War. Don't get me wrong, but you know this got a better cover system. Shooting is fantastic. It's the third person shooting. I don't think I can get better than this. The aiming is really good. The accuracy of the weapons, the way they change, you know, the way you have to deal with each weapon. They don't change a lot in these games. They get different from the games. You have to consider that. But the fact that you can change from shotgun and rifle gives a lot of perspective for what you can do for, you know, forward the game. So the gameplay works really well, except for the platforming for me. But shootings, which is the main game, are fantastic. You're just going to replay them a lot because you're going to love those sequences. Keep on investing, guys. So gameplay, it's amazing. I talk about the presentation too. It looks like a movie. For the better of the worst, it looks like a movie. Sometimes people get distracted because it's a lot of cutscenes. Actually, it's not as much cutscenes as you might think. Yeah, of course, I'm saying this. I'm a Metal Gear Solid fan, which, you know, for me, you know, if half the game is a cutscene, that's not a lot. I'm kidding, of course. It's not as much. You do actually not much, but you do see the presentation sometimes the cutscene. You do like the movies, and you don't feel sometimes that you are making a difference. And picking this game after picking Witcher, it's a lot of difference at the beginning, but it's not an issue. The story, because the story is really well told. You don't need to define the story by yourself because the story right now is amazing. It's the worst of the three for me. Still is amazing story. And you know, I just jumped for the story, huh? The story is simple, you know, happens in Tiny Island, you know, which is something I don't like because the story only pops in one place. But they try to change a lot of the place so you can feel it and you can like the place, so it's cool. That's okay. Good job, Norita. So you have Sully and Elena. Sully doesn't show any character development. Great choice, Norita. Great choice because it's already whole. It has a story behind himself, but it's not going to change now. So why would he has a character? Why would he have a character development? No reason for it. It's amazing. Naughty Dog, well played. Because he just sees you as he's your father. You know, because when you're trying to jump, he's you know, telling you to be careful. When you're trying to swim to a place, he's just concerned, and that's what we want him to do, and that's what he does perfect. Character development, the best one you have on the entire game. I'm going to actually say entire series is Elena, because Elena starts, you know, looks like, I say, like a weak person, you know, physically, not really smart, but a journalist, you know, she's just a journalist. But no, she's oh, when she gives that uppercut, you know, I would say like 10 or 50% of the game. She gives an uppercut to Draco, you know, damn, she's business. And you see that evolving, and it's amazing because she is really business, she's really smart, she's a vital piece on this, not just because of love story, she's not just a chick, she's important because she helps in development of the story. Because she has an idea, you should make this, you should say this, maybe it's not the best idea, why don't you do this? Because even Drake is going to give up, but she convinced Drake to stay in the island, so it's cool because, you know, even if when you thought that Sully was dead, she was the reason that you keep on fighting because she found out he wasn't, and everything. Sorry, spoilers, guys, but I thought you might understand that. Um, you know, she is important. So the story works really well. You have to deal with all people with different interests. You know, our friends. You know, the main characters. Eddie Raja, which, you know, he has a history with Nate, but you don't know which one. Even in Golden Abyss, which is a prequel, you don't know Eddie Raja. You have Navarro, which is a really smart guy. He has a different purpose for El Dorado. You know, the British main guy. Sorry, not remembering his name. Is another idea for El Dorado, and everyone's trying to find El Dorado. It's a huge golden statue, you know, in that island, and they do find it, but there are a lot of, I would say, you know, side stories, you know, that combine in one point, which is a great twist. It's a great plot twist. I loved it back then. I still loved it, and I would say, great job to everyone involved in that point. So overall, I don't want to take more of your time. The soundtrack is fantastic. The main song, it's one of the best songs of the last decade in video games. I've listened to 1,000 songs about video games. This one is one of my favorite. I would say top 30, I guess. So it gives you a lot of nostalgia in my case, but it gives you a lot of emotion to start, to fight the bad guys and everything. If you like an Indiana Jones a lot, I like a lot really. So kudos, Naughty Dog. And if you want to, I would say this: if you have a PS4, buy this trilogy because you don't have better action experience right now like this on the system. I have to say, I recommend to a lot of friends. I can recommend to all of you guys. Play by order, because if you start with third one, even if you already played the games, try to pick them in order, because you do feel that if you start with the third one and you jump to the first one, you see a lot of difference that you don't like. So if you give it in progression like they work with the way they work, fantastic. You should really invest. I would say a couple of things I don't like. The multiplayer, I don't know why they didn't give it. I'm gonna say because of the beta of the Uncharted 4. I think they didn't give because to give us this trilogy right now, they already have to give up on something, because they wasn't going to be really good if you have to work with even one of the multiplayers. I do get that, which is sad because I like multiplayers. I started liking multiplayers with Uncharted, to be honest, yeah. So yeah, I would like to play them in my PS4, but alright. We have to respect that. That doesn't mean this doesn't deserve your money. It does. It does, because three fantastic games with the price of one. Really, if you haven't played any of them, don't even think twice. It's one of the best things you can buy this fall. Yes, you have MGS5, we have Fallout 4, we have Tomb Raider on another system, yeah. But you have Assassin's Creed Syndicate if you like it. But if you have the opportunity, grab this. If you don't, left to next year, you can buy all four and beat them all. I'm sure it's gonna be really fun. I bought the special edition, which has nothing special about itself, so I'd say that's a downside too. It could have get more things, but alright, I can understand. So I'd say, if you like action games, if you like video games at all, buy this game. This most beautiful games, one of the three of the most, yeah. Third one, probably the most beautiful game in the PS3. Yeah, Last of Us 2. So one of the best of all time. Yeah, presentation is amazing. Games are fantastic. I cannot outsell this first game. Buy it. If you want to buy PS3, do it. I recommend PS4 because they look better. They are way more logical to play. Buy this collection. Soon I will give you reviews, at least this analysis, to the second one and third one. Please keep giving your feedback. This is important. I have a website now. It's with the same name. I'll leave the link in the description. Just pass by. You can comment all you want. It's really just for friends. So I think you might enjoy it. And please subscribe.